Hi, I'm Tibor Bedő, the co-founder and CEO of BrokerChooser. BrokerChooser is a global broker comparison site. We help traders from all over the globe, from every continent, to compare and select the best stockbroker for them. This is why I think this will be an interesting topic for you on how to take your startup global from the beginning. Okay, to start, I would like you to do an exercise. Please take a pen and paper or your notebook, pause this video and answer my question. List the markets which you think you will have a shot at with your startup. Take your time and come back when you're ready. All right, welcome back. Now, chances are the list you made are countries. But in fact, I asked about markets. So I would like you to think about different kind of cuts of these markets. Maybe about market segments, maybe about customer segments, and list these markets now next to your country list. Take your time. Okay, great. Now, you have a list of countries which you think could be your market, and you have a different segments, customer segments, or different kind of cuts where you think this could be your market. Now, concentrate on the different cuts. The next important point to understand that for a startup, you need to have a big market. And why? Well, startup is a super risky business. This means there's a really high chance of failure and there's a very low chance of success. If you take your low chance and you shoot that to a market which is small, your expected win, you're going to be small. So you need to shoot for a big market. And obviously, a market in a lot of countries is much bigger than a market in one country. So the next concept, which we're going to talk about, is the product market fit. This is a huge literature what the product market fit is. In reality, this is a really strong concept, and a lot of startups are saying we have product market fit, when in reality they don't have. Product market fit means your product is so good that the market, the people really want to buy it. Now, contradicting to that, I would like to introduce to you another concept which I would call the sales market fit. This would mean your product is that good that you can sell it to that market. And that's a huge difference. And I will tell you in a short sentence why. So, why is the sales market fit is a trap? It's a trap because at the start, your product is not going to be that good that people want to buy it. In reality, you would need to tweak your product in a way that people want to buy it. But in a lot of cases, you work a lot on your product and you're still not selling it. And what you're going to do is that you will introduce it to your friends or friends of friends or your local environment, and you will be able and manage to sell your product because you know people, because you know the language, you know how to sell it. And this will basically in your mind validate it that you sold your product, when in reality the product needs to be that good that people are buying it. And okay, so here's the thing. Doing the product market fit is super hard. So cutting corners, I think it's fine. Cutting corners can also mean that you sell it to your parents, right? But I would really encourage you to think about it, whether you sold it and you sold it because you know the local environment, or your product is that good that it will be bought by everyone, not just in your local market. What did we do at BrokerChooser? We're from Budapest, Hungary, and we knew from the start that we want to go global. Still, we knew a lot of people in Hungary, and this is why at first we introduced BrokerChooser in Hungarian with Hungarian brokers. This had one very clear aim: to validate our product in the market, and we set a timeline for ourselves: 3 months. 3 months hard work was really enough to validate our product in Hungary, and after that we went global straight away. Well, we didn't really. Actually, we were in this question that, well, we have success now in Hungary, shouldn't we continue? what we did, what we figured out, we hired a Hungarian country manager, and the idea was that with my co-founder, we are continuing the global expansion, and that specific person are doing the Hungarian market. That was a very stupid idea. And we realized that after 1 month, because what you're really lacking at a startup is capacity, is resources. And we were 3 people in the team, and 2 people were concentrating on the real target, and 1 person was concentrating on not the real target. So after 1 month, we cut down the Hungarian country manager job title, and all of us concentrated on the global market, which was the right decision. I would have this advice to you too. Don't spend more than 3 months on your local market. And that would and could be enough for you to have that kind of courage, that kind of cutting corner, which could help you to take this extra step. But after that, go back to the hard work and don't do the sales market fit, do the real product market fit and tweak your product to the big market. Okay, so to sum up, when people talk about markets, usually they think about countries, but that's wrong. You can think about market as a customer segment. That's important because your target market needs to be big. Why? There's really high chance of failure and low chance of success, so your target market needs to be big. The next important point is your product market fit, and your product needs to be tweaked in a way that it fits your target market. Don't do the sale market fit, which means your product is good enough that you manage to sell it. Do the product market fit, which means your product is really good that people want to buy it. Now, if you want and you really feel stuck with your product market fit, go with the sale market fit and do it in a way that you get some traction, but stop it after 3 months. Okay, let's go back to your lists on your paper. On one side, you have a list of countries. On the other side, you have customer segments. I would like you now to estimate how big the top countries are and how big the top customer segments are, right? Now, you can do this with intuition as a beginner level, and you can go pro, and then you will really need to have numbers. Customer sales numbers, B2B partner numbers, and of course revenue. Do these calculations and you will see how huge the difference is. Go ahead. Thanks for taking the time. This was how to take your startup global from the beginning. And as you saw, it really needs to be from the beginning. Good luck with it. It's super hard at the beginning.